Karyn Bryant for MMA Heat. I'm here with Brandon Vera. He's taking on Elliot Marshall at UFC 137. And I'm happy that you strolled by here and took the time to talk to me. How are you feeling? You know, people I know are happy to see you back in the UFC. How's the road been for you over the last year?
Man, really, how's the road been? Like, if I myself was in a sports car, I would have fell off a long time ago. It's been rough, man. Like, you know, and it's my fault. Like, it's nobody else to blame. Just life. Priorities getting bundled up, and recession issues, housing issues, money issues, family issues, UFC issues, being fired issues, being hired issues. You know, just, man, a lot of issues, man. So it's been a good. It's been a good thing. It's been a blessing in disguise, is what it all, at the end of this road, where the light's at the end of the tunnel, it's a blessing in disguise. I'm back in the UFC. I'm fighting Elliot Marshall on Saturday night, and I'm super excited to be back.
What did you think when everything went down with Silva and he's testing positive? And I mean, did you feel that you, I don't know. I don't want to put any words in your mouth. So how did you feel when all that happened?
You know, I broke mentally in that fight, and I didn't understand how I ever broke mentally. The only time I've ever had somebody hold me like that was maybe when I was in 6th grade wrestling against a 9th grader or something like that. Like, he just straight big brothered me and just kind of held me down, and I really couldn't do anything. And it broke me mentally, you know, 1 or 2 rounds after that. In the 3rd round, I just couldn't even stand up against the cage. I was like, what the hell is going on, you know? And having to explain it to my training partners and my friends and stuff, like, man, he was really, really strong. And everybody's like, come on, Brandon. You fight heavyweight, you train with all these guys like JDS, and I trained with Kane before, and I got to train with all these guys in the UFC. Nobody's ever just held me down like a little child. And they were like, what was it? You mean, do you want to fight anymore? I was like, hell yeah, I want to fight. Are you kidding me? I want to fight. So, you know, it was just a lot of push and pull, But then when it came out that his urine didn't even test human, you know, everybody, I remember I went to the gym that day and everybody found out, and everybody was like, Brandon, oh my God. I was like, I told you.
Right, yeah, there was a horse holding me. It was a horse holding me down, right? I mean, yeah, did you suspect anything during the fight?
You know, I didn't know what to think. That's how confused I was. Like, I honestly didn't know. I was thinking, like, Jesus Christ, is this really? Am I that far behind the curve? Like, I trained with Phil Davis. I trained with all these guys, you know. Am I that far behind that this guy's just kicking my ass and holding me on the ground like this? I didn't know what to think. So when it came out, it was like a breath of fresh air. Like, it wasn't me, that son of a bitch. It wasn't me, fucking juice monkey.
You can say that. I'll let you say that, because he's not standing anywhere near, man. He's a big man. So then what transpired? You had some time where you were not in the UFC then. So how did when that came out, how did everything happen where you got the call to come back?
You know, it didn't even I got the call saying that I was let go from the UFC, and what's that call like? It's like the only reason why I can describe it is because it just happened 8 weeks ago. I lost my grandmother, like the first big death in our family, like in our generation, and getting the call from the UFC was really like a death in the family. Like, it was like surreal. Like, you kind of don't believe it. Like, oh my God, what am I going to do now? No, I'll wake up tomorrow, everything will be fine. And it kind of just went like that for a couple of days. It just didn't seem real. And by the time it started to finally settle in, I got the call and said, hey, you're back in. It's like, oh my God, what the? But I found out why I was back in. It's because they turned it to a no contest. They were going to give me a second chance, and they said that get my head right, get myself together, and call them when I'm ready. So I'm back. 137.
Well, very nice. And what have you done to do that, to get your head right? I know Alliance is a great gym, and like you said, you have Phil Davis there, you have Dominick, Cruz, you know, Wilson Hayes is there sometimes. You got, you know, a lot of good guys. So, you know, what did you do? Did you do anything differently when you did get back in the gym there? What did you do to get right and to make this a new beginning?
You know, we actually went back old school. I went, you know, on a road trip, found out that MMA, for some reason, got pushed to like number 3 on my list of priorities. It wasn't number 1, and on that trip I realized that MMA needs to be number 1. It is number 1. This is what I'm supposed to be doing for the rest of my life, like this right here. You know, I didn't even make it to the title rounds, and I figured I have to do something different. I need to go back where I all started. So I carried my ass all the way back to Virginia, and I trained with Old Dominion wrestling team, Old Dominion University wrestling team, my college wrestling team. I trained with those guys for about 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Then I went to my very first Muay Thai coach. I trained with him on the East Coast. Then I went to Master Lord Irvin. I trained with him for 85% of this camp. Went back to Alliance, put it back together, went back out to Master Lords and trained on the East Coast. I just went and got grimy, man. I went back to the DMV and found out who I was and found out where I came from. You know, I kind of got lost being a California kid and enjoyed life a little bit too much, I think. I needed to reprioritize and reorganize my life, and getting back to the East Coast and having the guys kicking my ass every day it helped, you know, it helped a lot, and keeping me out of my comfort zone was a huge thing that I haven't done in a long time, you know, and it was nice. I feel on fire. I feel on fire. Like it's hard to explain. I'm not as, you know, I'm not as cinematic as I usually am or animated as I usually am. Today's weight cutting day, just in case you don't know. I still got one more workout today, but man, it's like it feels like somebody smacked me hard as hell in the face, and I finally came to. I came to my senses. Like, look, dumbass, this is what you should have been doing. Let's get back to it. So I tell everybody, you know, it's not a new chapter in the old book. This is a whole new book. This is a whole new book we're writing. We're chasing down the title rounds. That's where I'm going. Trying to get my ass, climb back up that ladder, get back to the title rounds. Stop bullshitting. That's what I've been doing. So I'm over it.
What did Carrie have to say about the whole, you know, last year and your fighting up and down, because, you know, she's a fighter?
You know, me and my wife, we honestly don't really talk about fighting much. You know, we support each other, we support each other's decisions, and we don't even really give each other too much input about each other's career. We kind of leave that alone. That's how we separate our fight life and our home life. We never argue.
Good idea.
Makes it so easy. Could you imagine if we're fighting about one or each other's career? It would just tear us apart. So we kind of just leave it alone and support each other. And Carrie said, you know, no matter what you want to do, I'm behind you 100%. No matter what it is, whether you're still fighting, whether you're not fighting, whether you're writing a book, whether we're on a farm somewhere, she doesn't care. She's just a supportive wife, man, and I'm super blessed to have her. Super blessed.
Well, we were talking before we started rolling cameras here about the fact that you're on the Facebook fights. That's a good thing for you, right?
I'm super excited. You know, it's I want to say it sucks because I'm not on the pay-per-view event, but then again, this is the hole I dug for myself, and it's on Facebook. I think there's always 70 million users online at one time, so I'm pretty sure a couple people will see it. A couple will see it, the video will be shared, and we'll go viral again. We'll go viral. Everybody will know, oh my God, who's this guy? Yeah, you can watch me from now on Facebook all the way back to the pay-per-view shows.
Nice. And we also mentioned that you have a lot of family in the Philippines who'll be watching. How do you feel about the growth of MMA internationally? Even though Dana today at the press conference said they're looking to do shows in India and China and Korea, perhaps. Do you have a tangible experience with how MMA is growing around the world? You
know, all in the Asian countries, all in the Southeast Asian countries, it's huge. Super huge. All they're waiting for is UFC to get there. I think UFC will sell out events all throughout Asia. And that's just my experience from traveling over there. So they all keep asking everywhere I go, when is it coming here? When is it coming here? It's like, let me call Dana real quick. So I don't know, whenever they decide to get here. So I'm super excited that they're going global. Global. So they can't even say international anymore, it's global. And if they can, they'll put a fight on the moon, I bet. I bet you they would, man.
Be easier to make weight, right?
For sure, yeah. That would be awesome. Actually, you can actually pick somebody up over your head and throw them.
Pretty hot. Karyn Bryant versus Brock Lesnar.
Oh, man.
That'd be actually
You'd be able to swing them around in there.
Come on. That'd be amazing. That'd be amazing. So what's the strategy against Elliot then?
You know, he went and trained with Greg Jackson in this camp. It's no secret anymore what Greg Jackson guys do. They try to take you down first round and slow down the pace and wear you out, and then try to point fight, I guess, the rest of the rounds, and we'll finish you if the opportunity arises, but they don't push the pace. So I'm going to push the pace from Elliot, stop the takedowns, and just be in his mouth the whole time. I know he's going to be looking for that takedown. He's going to be looking to clinch me up and tie me up. I know. That's the camp you're from. But it's not going to happen. It's going to keep punching you in the mouth until you quit. Sorry, Elliot.
Well, if you say that Jackson is a point-scoring team, what's the Alliance team all about? We know, well, we've seen Dominick lately. I guess he's the most recent fighter that we've seen. Just working, you know, he's one of those guys that every time I see him, I'm sort of in awe. He's got that crazy drunken master style. Yes. And I'm like, what is going on? And he's just tagging everybody. He's good. Like,
you know, Greg Jackson has a methodical style about him. Like, they're going to win by any means necessary. And the Alliance team, we're trying to finish people, you know. I guess everybody is in their own right. I guess I'm talking smack, but I am. I'm talking smack again. That's how I am. That's how I was when I first came out. That's how I am now. And it's hard to group Dominick, man, because Dominick is kind of just his own style. Like, he's got better footwork than Muhammad Ali ever dreamed about having. And like you said, he's got like drunken master kung fu that you can't hit him. He's punching you in the face, the ear, and the nose at the same time. Like, it's amazing. It's amazing watching that guy fight. And he's like, Brandon, you think it was boring? I was like, yo, the dude didn't hit you but twice the whole fight. You threw him on his neck twice. You punched him in the face maybe 100 times per round. Like, no way, man. You kidding me? People just get confused watching him dance. No, it's hard, man. You can't. I guess, what'd you say? You can't copy his style. You can't put it in a jar. You can't bottle it up. You can't even put a label on it, because as soon as you do, he changes it again. And we all have tried to do Dominick's thing, and it doesn't work. I think he's got that in his DNA or something. I don't know where he's from originally or where his lineage is from, but yeah, he's got something else we don't.
Nice. Very nice. And lastly, Phil Davis, how's his recovery coming? You know, it's been a while since we've been able to see him fight, and I know he's probably getting kind of itchy.
He is. Phil's getting antsy for sure. He's super excited, man, and he's mad. Like, Phil's mad because, you know, he was supposed to fight Rashad, and then maybe Lyoto. And both of those are gone for right now because, you know, Phil got hurt, so they had to move on. Oh, he's so pissed. He's annoyed. He's really, really annoyed. But I'm telling him, man, it's MMA, man. Sometimes this stuff's gonna happen. But he's still training all the time. He's not slacking, and he's still shredded. Phil walks around looking like he does every day on weigh-ins. Like, he looks like that all the time. He's always in shape, and he's always in shape. Like, that Bama will go run a marathon, then come back the next day and want to go do a 3-day session. So it's like, come on, Phil, you got to take some kind of break. Maybe this is good for you. Maybe you need a break. Maybe you should slow down and rest a little bit. So he's doing well. He's doing really well, man. He's super excited to get back in. Ross Pearson just moved to the States. Alex Gustafsson, I think he's moving as soon as it starts snowing in Sweden, he said.
Which should be any minute.
Yeah, maybe next month. He said as soon as it starts snowing, he's coming. So it's good, man. I'm enjoying it. The team is a bunch of good guys. The guys at Team Lloyd Irvin, you know, I was training over there, and they have so many world champion purple belts, brown belts, and black belts. That for sure was not fun, man. They just kept rotating on me, so that sucked. But you know, it's good. It's really good. I've been blessed to have all these people around me and be able to utilize them as training partners, and them smack me around and teach me stuff.
Nice. All right, well, we're looking forward to seeing you. And are you the type that predicts how you're going to win a fight, or at least has a vision of how you would like to finish it?
You know, I don't like to predict, but I for sure want to make Elliot quit, no matter how it happens. I just want him to realize, like, damn, Brandon's back for real. I don't want to do this no more. I want to try to have him not answer the bell. That's what I'd like to do. Just have him sit down, look across, be like, nah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm gonna sit right here. Call the fight. I'm done.
All right. Well, we shall see on Saturday night, Brandon. Thanks for taking the time.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.